Hello student, welcome back to organic chemistry. Myself Joshi sir. In the previous some lectures we discussed the nomenclature of alkane, alkene and alkyne. Now in today's video we are going to discuss the nomenclature of the compounds we possess more than one functional group, means more than one double bond or more than one triple bond. Okay, so see one side structure and another side IUPAC nomenclature. See, in the first example, we have 6 carbon in a chain, and the second and fourth carbon possess carbon-carbon triple bond. As it possesses 6 carbon, so the word root is hex. The position of triple bond 2, 4. Di means 2 bond. Okay, and yne means triple bond. So what is the nomenclature? Hex 2, 4 di yne. Next, second structure. See, again, we have 5 carbon in a straight chain and first and fourth carbon possess triple bond. So what will be the IUPAC nomenclature? Pent 1,4-di-yne. Are you getting why pent? Because of 5 carbon in a straight chain. The first and fourth carbon possess triple bond. So that's why 1, 4-di-yne. See, in a third structure, see 5 carbon in a straight chain, the first and fourth carbon possess triple bond, and a prefix or substituent, that is methyl group, which is present on third carbon. So first, according to IUPAC nomenclature system, prefix plus word root plus suffix. So 1, 2, 3, 3 methyl pent 1,4-di-yne. Okay. Now see in a fourth structure. In the fourth structure, we have 5 carbon in a straight chain and a 3 carbon substitute to the third carbon. So by considering the longest carbon chain, in this we get the 6 carbon chain in a long chain. But see, if we consider that 6 carbon, 1, 2, 3, bottom 4, 5, 6, but in a straight chain it possesses only 5 carbon, but 2 functional groups are present. So that's why we use that 5 carbon chain is a long chain, that is a word root. So the third position, that propyl group, is in a prefix. So the name is 3-propyl pent 1,4-di-yne. Okay. So next, see fifth structure. We have 5 carbon in a straight chain and triple bond present at in this case we are going to numbering from right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 carbon pent. See, in this the double bond is present in between the third and fourth carbon and triple bond present in between the first and second carbon. So as 5 carbon pent, third position En, that is double bond, and first position Yne, that is the single bond. So what is the name? Pent 3En 1Yne. In the sixth structure we have 4 carbon in a straight chain. There is a double bond to the first carbon and a triple bond to the third carbon. So as 4 carbon but. In this case the numbering is given from a double bond. Okay, see in the fifth structure, the triple bond is nearer, so we give the numbering from the triple bond. But in the sixth structure, end carbon possess double and triple bond. So in this case, the priority given from the double bond. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 carbon but, first carbon possess double bond. So 1 En and 3 Yne. Okay, see the seventh structure, 7 carbon in a straight chain. The double bond is present to the present in between the first and second carbon, and triple bond is present on the fourth and fifth carbon, and the third carbon possesses 4 carbon prefix substituent. So in this case, see that prefix, it possesses 4 carbon, CH2 CH CH3 CH3. Okay, now in that 4 carbon, a propyl group is present, and on the second carbon the methyl group is attached. So 2 methyl propyl, which is attached to third carbon of the straight chain. So what is the name? 3 in bracket 2 methyl propyl, 7 carbon Hept. First position possess En and fourth position possess Yne. So 3 in bracket 2 methyl propyl, hept 1 En, 4 Yne. Okay. Now see, uh, for more perfection, write the nomenclature first and try to write down the structures. While drawing the structures, write down the, suppose we have this structure, hept 1 En 4 Yne. So draw 7 carbon in a chain, give double bond to the first carbon and triple bond to the fourth carbon. And on third position, apply 2 methyl propyl. We can easily draw the structure. Next, we have 6 carbon in a straight chain. First possess triple bond and a 3 substituent present, which is on the 3, 4, 4 position. So what is the nomenclature? 3, 4, 4. 3 positions. So trimethyl hex 1 Yne, that is 1 hexane. Okay, these are the some nomenclature we use to study the alkane, alkene, and alkyne. Now see, in the last lecture I told that in the coming lectures we discuss the nature of carbon as well as the substituent positions. So on the basis of that, now we are discussing the nature of carbon. Basically, we have 4 types of carbon: primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. This is useful for the next nomenclatures. Okay, common name nomenclature. See, primary carbon, it is indicated by 1 0 at the head position, 1 0 C. That is the primary carbon. See, we know that there are 4 valency of carbon. Out of 4 valency of carbon, all satisfy with hydrogen, or out of 4 valency of carbon, 1 satisfy with carbon and 3 satisfy with the help of hydrogen. See, in the example, in a first structure, we have 4 carbon, we have 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen, or 1 carbon and 3 hydrogen. Both condition is considered as primary. For secondary, out of 4 valency of carbon, at least 2 satisfy with the help of carbon and remaining 2 satisfy with the help of hydrogen, then it is called as secondary. See in instruction. Next, tertiary, out of 4 valency of carbon, at least 3 satisfy with carbon and 1 satisfy with hydrogen, then it is called as tertiary. Observe in structure, the central carbon is considered as tertiary. Now quaternary, out of 4 valency of carbon, all satisfy with the help of carbon, then it is called as quaternary. Okay, see the structures. Okay, next, prefixes used in a common name. These are the many general types. So in the many example, we use N, secondary, iso, neo, and tertiary. So first, N type. See, this small n, N-hexane, N-pentane, like this. So the compound which possess primary and secondary carbon in a structure, the compound which possess primary and secondary carbon in a structure and functional group attached to primary carbon, then it is called as N-type. What is N-type? What is N टाइप? जर कंपाऊंड मध्ये फक्त आणि फक्त प्रायमरी आणि सेकंडरी कार्बन आहे आणि फंक्शनल ग्रुप जर प्रायमरी कार्बनला अटॅच असेल then it is called as N type. Now what is secondary? The compound possess primary and secondary carbon and functional group attached to secondary carbon. See, क्या होता है अगर कंपाउंड में प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी कार्बन है, what is meant by primary carbon and secondary carbon? A carbon attached to one carbon, primary, and a carbon directly attached to two carbon, then it is called as secondary. और फंक्शनल ग्रुप अगर सेकेंडरी कार्बन को अटैच रहता है तो उसको क्या कहते हैं? सेकेंडरी टाइप. Okay, like secondary butyl, secondary pentyl, like this. Okay, in upcoming nomenclature we use that terms. Sorry, these terms. Next, tertiary carbon. The compound possesses at least one tertiary carbon and functional group attached to tertiary carbon. See in a structure, the central carbon is considered as tertiary because 3 carbon is directly attached and to that the functional group is attached. Now next, iso, the compound which possesses at least tertiary carbon. See what is the difference between tertiary and iso? Tertiary, the compound which possesses tertiary carbon and functional group attached to tertiary carbon. And what is iso? The compound which possess at least one tertiary carbon and functional group attached to primary or secondary carbon. See the representation in this 5 carbon. First carbon is primary, second carbon is secondary, third carbon. 3 carbon is attached to tertiary, fourth carbon is again primary, and functional group attached to secondary. Then this type is called as isotype. And last, neo. The compound possesses at least quaternary carbon. What is carbon? Quaternary carbon? The carbon to which 4 carbon is directly attached. Compound possess at least one quaternary carbon and functional group attached to any primary, secondary or tertiary carbon, then it is considered as neotype. Okay, so these are the nature of carbon, that is primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary, and the prefixes used for nomenclature, that is n, secondary, iso, neo, tertiary. Okay, in the next lecture we discuss the nomenclature of cyclic compound. Okay, up to this we completed alkane, carbon carbon single bond, alkene, carbon carbon double bond, alkyne, carbon carbon triple bond. Now in the next lecture we are going to study the nomenclature of the cyclic compound, whether it is homo or hetero. Okay, good day.